Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages and non-binary, I'm your host with the most and all that good stuff and the big red Power Ranger behind them. I'm your boy, Jurassic Parker, aka Dom, and I am happy to just say thank you for coming back to BearatNight podcast, and I have a special one for you. Now, this is the Dancers Locker Room, the latest edition of the Dancers Locker Room, and I have a very special young lady here who I just happened to know before she started dancing, and looks can be deceiving. She doesn't look like she would be a dancer, but that's a cool thing. That's like the secret identity, the superhero stuff that goes on in the strip club industry. Girls that don't necessarily look like they will be a dancer are a dancer, and this lady right here, she is, and a little bit more. And she goes by ALAYA LUX.
It's me.
Yeah, that's her. That's her. How you doing? How you feeling?
I'm good. We here.
We finally here. This has been a long time coming. And we finally here. And I just want to say thank you for being on. You know, just had to get you here. And first, what made you want to be a dancer?
I've always loved the sex work industry.
Okay.
Which stripping is part of that. Dancing is part. So I just feel like I was ready to actually just like be able to put myself on a stage and in front of actually people in person and live. So yeah.
Now, when you said the sex work industry, like, what about it, about the dancing part? Because when I first saw you, you wasn't dancing yet.
No.
But the first thing I did think, I thought you were.
Yeah.
So, you know, from mutual friends and stuff, I thought you was a dancer, or maybe just like super athletic, whatever, one or the other. But you know, you just have the, like, she could be a dancer if she's not. If she's not already, she could be. And you wasn't at the time. But I didn't want to like tell you, oh, you should be a dancer, you know, because you don't. Hey, everybody choose their own path.
Right.
But when it came across, when the time came, and I told you where you needed to go, and you didn't exactly go to the same spot, but you did learn some stuff, though.
Right.
You know, not to bring out the other club's name. What did you learn about being a dancer? Like, especially because you're still a baby dancer, technically.
Yeah.
You're still a baby in this whole thing. So,
yeah.
what was the preconceived notion that you had originally?
Like
before, like, what's the thought process that you thought about girls dancing?
I mean, I always thought like I wish I had like that confidence about girls dancing and everything like that. And then I finally was like, all right, like I think I can do it. I do got the confidence and I can do it. So I just kind of put myself out there. But I always thought it was just like great that they could actually, you know, like go out there on a stage and like in front of guys and like, you know, just like show themselves off. But now I like completely understand and I love it. So
and I think a lot of people forget that part is the confidence.
Yeah.
Confidence is definitely key when it comes to that, because you're going to be not just on stage showing your body, but you're in front of a bunch of people. Never mind how, you know, every single time you get on there, you're got to put a show on. You just can't stand up there and just like be cute. You got to do something.
Yes.
You got to put on the show. So that's when the entertainment part of it comes to play.
Yes, it's an entertaining job.
Yeah. So and then and plus you're learning now what works and what doesn't work.
Right.
Which is the cool part right now in your journey right now as a dancer.
Right.
So you're testing out things, you're checking out what everybody's doing, what works for them and stuff like that. Like before that, you know, you had that, you will try to figure it out. You didn't have the confidence. You do have it now.
Right.
You have the confidence now. You got that part down. Now, how do you feel now, you know, after doing it for a while now?
I love it. I feel like I'm even more, like, I just get more excited to go to work the next, like, shift. Like, I'm less nervous and it's more excitement. Because I know that I have, like, more of, like, kind of, you need skills to be able to, like, you know, talk to people and get them to want to, like, you know, go and do a dance with you or a VIP room. It's not just, like, going on stage. It's also having to, like, communicate with these people and get them to want more of you.
That's true, and that's another thing people don't think about is like you're selling a product. You're selling a product.
Yes.
You know yourself.
Yes.
You got this is your branding. Your branding. So it's like, trying to get a dance for like a champagne room and all that. You really gotta sell yourself. Like, hey, you want to pick me?
Right. Like I'm worth it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like she's nice over there, but I'm better.
I can promise you, I'm gonna give you that good time.
Yeah. You gonna want me to come back, and you want to come back for me, regular. So it's like getting that part down.
Right.
But it's like, has it been difficult? Because everybody's different. So has that part been difficult talking?
Sometimes it is, because I'm also just, honestly, I'm more introverted. I feel like I can be. I'm in between introverted extrovert. So it's not like I'm just like I don't really like to be around people all the time. Like I like to be by myself. So it is kind of hard to I have to kind of pump myself up a little bit to go out there and start talking to all different types of people. Because they're all different types of people. There's women, there's men, everything, and they're different. Their personalities are all different. So
true.
Yeah.
Have you had that situation yet with like the customer and like their significant other, like the girlfriend?
Yes.
You have already?
I have already.
Oh.
I have.
What happened?
It was great though.
Oh, okay.
It was a good experience.
Oh, okay. I thought it was maybe
I
bad.
had a bad experience too.
Okay.
But the best experience was I honestly love it because it was a good couple experience. They were just newly married and they were like just a really cool couple, and they both wanted a lap dance from me at the same time.
That's sweet. Okay.
So it was sweet. It was really sweet. It was a great moment. And then I also had a time where I went up to a guy and he was like, "You shouldn't come up to me. My girl's over there." And she's like hot-headed. And I was like, wow. Why are you even here?
Yeah,
like, that
true.
was my first, I was like, then why are you here? Like, you know what I mean? Like, go to just like a regular bar. You know what I mean? Like, with your girl, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
the worst. That's the worst thing to do is go to a strip club.
Yeah, it was horrible. I just it made me feel horrible. Like the whole rest of the night, I felt like scared to go talk to anybody because I was like, I don't know if like their girls over there are gonna get mad at me. So yeah, that was kind of awful.
I mean, I've seen the whole thing, like the girlfriend coming up to the club. Like who she tracked her boyfriend, husband, stuff.
Oh, okay.
And like, I know he's here. Where is he at?
Right.
We don't know exactly, but we also can't tell you.
Right.
That whatever. It's just one of those things. Like if I do know who the person is, I will try to like, hey, bro, your girl was just here. She's outside waiting
for you.
Like I'm trying to, for a tip.
Right.
For a tip.
Right.
I'll try to look out for you, but I'll try to give her some type of excuse. I'll try to help you for a tip. This stuff ain't free, but I've seen it plenty of times.
Mm-hmm.
Girlfriend been waiting outside, wait for him to come out because it's like matter of fact, if you're going to be going to the strip club and you got a significant other, take off the tracker for your Apple phone.
Turn off your location.
Especially on what is it, Snap, Instagram, Facebook, all that. Anything that has your location, take it off. Matter of fact, just turn your phone off. Just turn your phone off. Because the last placement she will have is, oh, he was here. So just do that.
Just go to your boy's house and then turn off the location there, and then y'all can go out to the strip club after that.
Yeah. We had like it was like 3 guys from out of town did that the other day. But I mean, it was a smart idea, but not so smart because they didn't have any way to call a cab or Uber to get back home.
Because the locations are.
No, because they left their phones in the hotel room.
They couldn't get back.
I mean, we provided the service to get them back.
I was about to say, couldn't you guys like Uber?
Yeah, we figured out to get them Uber, but I mean,
did you get a tip?
No, I didn't do it because I'm not wasting.
Okay.
That was a manager's job. That's above my pay grade.
Okay. I was about to say because I would need. Listen, I'll get you an Uber, but I would also need a tip.
It would have been like one of those things like. If it was like downtown type of thing, but it was like a little further out.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a little bit more for me.
Yeah, it's a little about.
And y'all been stingy all night, so nah. But it was smart on their part to leave their phones there, so their wives, oh, they're at the hotel.
Right.
When they're really out and about,
And they just think they're chilling at the hotel and be having a drink at the bar.
Yeah. So I mean, you just gotta think it through, guys. Just think it through. Right. No, you had those good moments. Mm-hmm. You're lucky. Yeah. You're super lucky.
Yeah, it was great.
Have you had any? What about from the girls? Like any advice given from the girls since you've been working?
Yeah, there's actually a few, honestly, especially at this club that we're at now.
Mixed Cabaret.
Yes. there are a few really sweet girls that I've met that have given me good advice. You know, don't waste your time on this guy. He's not gonna, you know what I mean? And like once I learned that too, is like if there's new girls that like come in, like because there are a lot of girls that come in from like Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And I kind of tell them like, you know, listen, don't waste your time on that guy because last week he didn't literally give me anything. Things like that. Or like maybe sometimes like there is like one guy in the club specifically, which I think some girls don't know about. But I did meet him at my last club.
Oh, so
and
you get the edge.
I was like, oh, but he doesn't do any dances or anything like that. But if you go talk to him for 10 minutes and you have a good conversation, he'll tip you $20.
Oh, that's something.
Just for it's something.
It's
that's
lunch.
Part of your house fee. It's part of your house fee. Something like it's the DJ fee.
Yeah, it's DJ
some
fee.
Wings, some fries, yeah.
Yeah, might as well. Hey, every little bit helps. That's how I look at it.
It does.
And I always try to help. I mean, not the customer, but the girls, like you said, whatever. If I already, because I get to see first dibs if they come in with cash.
Right, exactly.
I mean, I can't tell what's on their card.
Right.
But if they come in with a good amount of cash, that's where I'm like, okay. And if there's a few of them, like it's like 4 or 5 guys.
Right.
It's usually somehow somebody don't got enough money. So either somebody gonna pay for that guy or you know something's gonna be paid for.
Exactly.
But that way I'm like, all right, the one that paid for the other guy, you go talk to him.
Right.
You should talk to him because he actually did that for him.
Right.
The other guy don't go to him. He ain't got no money.
Right.
You know that. And I've seen guys. It'll be a few of them, and it would just be one guy paying for everything. And I tell the girls all the time, you talk to the wrong one. Talk to that one.
Right.
He's the one that paid.
He's paying for it. Exactly.
Yeah, but if that one is the one that paid, and the other one getting paid the $20 fee or the $10 fee, then don't even try to finagle to get a champagne room.
Right.
You can't even get in.
Right.
So I was like, no, you go for the other guy. Sometimes I do notice girls go for the cute guys.
I mean, sometimes, I get that. I'm not gonna lie, because it's like kind of natural of you to go up to like, you know, an attractive guy. It's just more natural. Like you just naturally go up to the guy that you think is more attractive. Like,
but they never have the money.
They're the ones without the money. They're the ones that want to go home with you after.
They're the ones that try to finagle away. So like, how can I get her home?
Yes.
Because I ain't got the money to be spending on all this stuff.
I want.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and that happens a lot.
Yes.
But the guys that aren't the traditionally attractive person that girls that you would probably go to, they're the ones that got the money. They're coming in on a winter, dead of winter with some flip flops and some cargo shorts. Talk about they want to do a champagne. Yeah. You know, and they're not traditionally like exciting looking.
Right.
But they got the money for it, and
they're gonna get nuts.
You know,
that's what we're here for.
And most of the time, all they want to do is just talk.
Yeah.
It's cheaper to them. It's cheaper than therapy.
It is.
It really is. So
you know, it could be a better session than therapy too.
Yeah, I mean,
you could have somebody sitting on your lap. You know, just nice
cuddling.
Yep.
We talked about that earlier about a cuddling business.
Yes.
Which I think you should do. That'd be dope.
A good business.
Cuddle business. You find a niche. You know, I talked to a guy today at my other job that does pianos.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of people that do that.
Right.
So he's got he made his own way, his own lane, just to fix pianos everywhere. Think about all the places that you don't think about, like all the places at like the mall or whatever that has a random piano there.
Yeah.
And they guys get tuned, they gotta be fixed. He's the only one that can call.
That's really at the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the only one that they can call because there's nobody else. There's no big company.
Right.
So they're paying him big bucks to show up when he wants to. He made his own time.
Yeah.
So it's like you find a niche. You find you can do it. So like just like with the piano with that guy, you can find one for cuddling.
Yeah.
And it's not a lot of people that do it around here.
No, there's not.
So you can make your own lane.
I'm telling you.
One thing I learned about this whole dancing, the strip club lifestyle, the club life, you always will think of a new hustle. That becomes part of the lifestyle, is trying to figure out another hustle to make money. Right. When the other one's slowing down, you're trying to figure out something else. It's like, what other way can I make that?
Exactly.
So, I mean, you're always thinking, but more than the average person, I feel like. Yeah. Especially when you're working at night.
Yeah, exactly.
When you're dancing wise. Yeah. Were you the best dancing? Like just personally dancing? Are you like to go out to the clubs and stuff? And...
It's crazy because no.
Okay.
No, I didn't do any gymnastics. I didn't do any like dancing when I was a kid or anything like that in high school. None of that. I never actually went out to clubs. The first time I went to a strip club pretty much was when I started working at a strip club.
So how did you get over the dancing part though?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, so you don't usually do the club stuff. So to get on stage and start dancing, you know, to find a rhythm.
You know, I mean, I just feel like I got it.
Okay.
You know, like I know the music. Like as long
as
the music.
That's confidence right there. That's confidence. That's
and it is. Yeah. It is. It's really confidence because I don't know exactly how I'm looking on stage, but I feel like I'm probably like sometimes like I'll look in like the mirror when you can see like the mirror and I'll look at myself and I'm like, okay, like I look fine. I look good. I know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And like honestly, slow is always better than, you know, going fast. But like you just always go with the music, and I love music, so I feel like it's easy to just go with the music.
Get into it. Okay.
Yeah, you just get into it.
And now part of dancing, part of this whole thing is doing the dance, you know, doing the lap dances. And not even just the lap dancing, just the random touches you get from customers when you're talking to them and stuff. So how was that to get, like, it's different from the regular world. You know, you're not going to go to the grocery store and talk to a guy and they're just going to start rubbing on your butt. And it's still, you know, it's not going to happen.
Right.
But this, in that area,
it's going to happen.
Yeah. So how do you feel about that? Like, how did that? Is it something getting used to?
It is. It's getting used to, but I mean, I feel like maybe like, but I also feel like I mean, okay, you know how like some girls are like, you know, I hate men. I hate men.
Right.
I don't hate men. I don't. So I feel like
I
don't hate men. So I feel like for me, it's not that bad having, like, I understand why they're rubbing on my body and stuff. Like, I get it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I was in their position, I would probably rub on the girl's body too. Like, and talking to them, you know what I mean? Like, I want to, you know what I mean? Like, see what's good, you know what I mean? Especially, like, if I'm getting a lap dance, like, I want to feel, like, you know, even if it's just, like, you know, little touches.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get it.
So you get, okay.
I get it.
So speaking of the touches, now, you're the first person that I had on the show, that you're part of two worlds. Two worlds in the sex industry. Not just a dancer, you know, you're a dancer by day, but you also do little OnlyFans.
Yes.
Now, what's the difference between like the OnlyFans and like regular corn? I gotta say corn because it's gonna be on YouTube. The corn stuff. What's the difference? Because
with corn, the sets are more, you know, it's more professional. It is. It's more professional. You go onto a set, they make you, which I have done before, so I do know a little bit about this. You have to sign papers pretty much saying that you're not being forced to do this. This is all on your will. You're getting paid for it, but it's a professional shoot. You know what you're here for pretty much. And then you have to do like a little recording saying, I'm not on any drugs or alcohol. I am willingly doing this. I am consenting to doing this with your actual name, not your stage name.
Right.
And it's just more professional. Like you have to, you know, it's you know, you have to take pictures first before everything gets all messy. And then you have to go do like full on, like, you know, the scenes, and they have to cut it and stop it, and you have to start again, or maybe they want you to do a different, you know, turn around, do a different position and things like that, which makes it a little more
But it sounds like it's more work though.
It is, but with the OnlyFans, it's more chill. It's like you're more, it's more work. Professional scenes are more work. It's a longer shoot. You could be there for 6 hours for one scene. It's like, you know, for 6 hours. So if you see, like, you know, you go on Corn and you see like a 45-minute video,
right?
They're sitting there chopping things up. They're sitting there, stop, do it again.
Lunch break or something?
Lunch break. You know what I mean? You got to take little breaks. Sometimes they do have fluffers on set, which is true.
Yeah, right.
They do. So, you know, things like that happens, you know.
So is it like a male fluffer for the girls?
It's you know, it's a girl fluffer for
both.
Or it's more for a guy. You know what I'm saying? It's for a guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's for a guy. Like it's,
And if you don't know what a fluffer is, look it up, guys.
Yes.
Google it.
Google.
Learning is power.
Yes, exactly. They do that. So, you know, it just takes a lot longer. With the OnlyFans, it's like your own content. It's more personal, I feel like, you know, like you get to make videos that people want to see. They say, hey, can you do this? And like, you know, I'll pay you this for it, things like that. So it's just like more personal rather than...
So there's a paywall that you have.
Yes.
So learning the whole OnlyFans, this is like, I remember it was like, OnlyFans was a thing.
Mm-hmm.
At one point, it was like, okay, here it is. But I remember at first, it was all about like music and you're like, because it's OnlyFans, it's like certain actors or singers, like you can like kind of like subscribe to their life, and they're posting stuff on a regular. Which now they just do that on Instagram and YouTube.
Exactly.
So now I guess they just took it away from that because OnlyFans is not doing that. No, it's like that's not the aim,
right? And they don't want to be associated with.
that. So they just put it over there now, but. That was the original thing. I remember, but then COVID hit, and I just remember like a lot of girls was out of work.
Yes,
because of that.
Yes, and
that's when I felt like everybody I knew from my job, had OnlyFans.
Yeah, everybody hopped on,
and it was just like Jesus. Every 5 minutes, somebody new just saying, "I got an OnlyFans or my OnlyFans."
Right,
and I was so confused about the whole thing, and I didn't understand why people was having it. But I guess I thought you had to be famous to have an OnlyFans. That's what I thought originally. Yeah. But it turns out you don't. It's just as long as you have a following on your Instagram or something, you're gonna get some people to show up. So I mean, I think it's a cool thing for the ladies. I mean, guys, if they however, but it's just like don't do it. Like, how often do you have to put up material?
That's the thing. I'm not gonna lie. Since I started dancing, I've been slacking a little bit on posting material that I want to. I have content in my phone that I just have to post.
Right.
So honestly, the more you post, the better. The more active you are. If you have a ex, it's good to post like little promos, things like that on there, and that helps people get to click on your OnlyFans and subscribe. I would say you have to post. Honestly, if you really want to be like completely active and have that really look good, I would say post daily. You don't have to post like full on scenes daily, but just post little things, and then maybe like a full scene once or twice a week to be like to be really on it and be like, okay, like you're actually doing your thing. And
you get, like I think you said before, you get requests.
Yes, like custom videos and stuff like that. So people will ask, oh, like, can you do a video doing this, that, and the third? And, how much would that be? And then I can make my own price on it and tell them, hey, I'll do it for this.
Yeah, I think I remember, I didn't know anything about foot fetish people.
Yes.
That people have foot fetish until, like, people started talking about OnlyFans. Right. And I didn't know anything about foot fetish. I didn't know that was a thing. Yep. And then I found out, like, from a couple of other friends that do OnlyFans, like, yeah, all I gotta do is, like, I gotta pay $100, whatever, for a day, and I just gotta take a picture of my feet.
Yep.
And he'll send me some money. I'm like, geez, can I get on that? Like, what about my feet? Like, jeez.
I mean, you probably could.
I probably could.
There's some websites.
There's some
websites that you can get onto, and I bet you they would probably. There's some people on there that would like you. You're
I'm making money now. I'm gonna make some money. I'm gonna get my feet. I'm gonna go get my feet done. I'm gonna get the clear polish and everything.
Yeah.
Gonna be
scrub them and all.
Feet us. That's just gonna be instead of feed us. Oh, that ain't sound right.
Actually, never mind.
No, that don't sound right. No. I'm gonna work in progress. But foot site gonna come soon. Yeah. But other than that, sorry. So with the OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Now, has it been a thing like with friends or family knowing, or do they know? Or...
Okay, so, I'm gonna bring us back to like the 2020, like when we were just mentioning. So I did have OnlyFans in like 2020, then, and I stopped for a while, and now I'm back on it. So with when I did it in 2020, I did post something on Instagram on a story, and my stepmother did see it.
Oh.
She told my dad about it.
Oh.
So they kind of knew, but they didn't know to the extent of really what it was.
Gotcha.
So that was the only time that I've actually had an issue. And then I had also had somebody say, I'm going to tell your whole family this and the third. And they did find people on my Facebook account that were my family, but they never sent them anything. They were just threatening it.
But then again, I do know that there's girls that, they'll do OnlyFans, but they're not doing anything naked. They're like do suggestive photos.
Exactly.
And pretty much the same thing they'll post on their Instagram, but it's like, you know what, it's a little too steamy. Let me put it on OnlyFans and stuff like that. So I mean, you can do both. It don't necessarily have to be what people are already thinking, but you can switch it up, whatever. But I mean, there you can tell your family like, oh, I'm not getting naked. It just
that's pretty much how try to explain it to them. I try to be like, listen, it's just sexy pictures.
Yeah, sexy pictures.
There's no videos or anything. It's just sexy pictures.
Yeah,
Like that's literally all I kind of made it into, and they ended up kind of just getting over the fact. It went away.
What about you now? But what about as a dancer now? Do you really know?
Not the only one of my family knows is my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
No way.
No, we're not gonna share that. They don't need to know.
Okay, cool.
I'm a grown lady. They don't need to know what I do.
I mean, you know what? There comes a certain time in people's lives where you just gotta let people live their lives.
Yeah, and
especially you know, you can't be a little kid anymore.
Right.
You just really can't. It's sorry mom, sorry dad, grandma, everybody, but I'm a grown person.
Exactly.
I'm
gonna do what I gotta do to pay these bills. So
you know what? That's it.
That's it.
Because who's gonna pay your bills?
They're not paying my bills.
Exactly.
No one else I am paying my bills, so I'm gonna do what I need to do.
Bills are paid. I learned. My brother told me, recipes for my little brother. But when I first started working at Minx, and I was nervous about it because I'm like, dang, everybody gonna know I work at a strip club. Because I had that preconceived notion of what it was like at a strip club,
right?
And I'm thinking, I don't know. The first two people I told, it was my mom and my brother.
Okay.
That was the first call, and both of them said, "So you gonna be a stripper?" Literally, I'm like, no, I'm just gonna be security. Why would you think I'm gonna be a dancer? What the heck? Okay, whatever. But I had I was nervous about it, and my little brother was like, "Are they paying your bills?" And I'm like, "Nah." And I'm like, he said something else, but the main thing was like, "Are they paying your bills?"
Right.
So I said no, and then he was like, "Fuck it."
Exactly.
Excuse my French, and that was what he said, and it was just like, that's and I was like, okay, you're right. And ever since that, I just took that, and and I learned a lot about working in this industry. You do learn a lot about yourself, about your strengths, your weaknesses, because you're also dealing with people. So you're dealing with people every day, and different walks of life, but you learn so much that you didn't know about yourself during that whole thing. So whatever it is doing the corn industry or being a dancer, or even doing security, because you're in that space, right? That you get to see people, you get to see real people in a different light,
right?
Because I feel like people give more themselves when it's dark out. When they say the freaks come out at night, it's kind of true. It's more people act a little bit more themselves at night, and you get to learn more about people that way. Everybody's weird. You got to be a little weird, a little off to want to come to the strip club anyway.
Right.
So that's just how it is. But you learn so much about people, and you learn about yourself, and it's like, okay, yeah, I do this for a living, but that's not all me. Right. Like there's so much. There's many layers. That's what you do as a dancer, what you do for your OnlyFans to pay your bills. That's just one little part.
Right.
There's so many other layers to you that people don't know about. That's pretty fucking cool too.
Right.
So you got to look at all different sides of it too. What's the goal, like right now when it comes to dancing? Like, are you? To me personally, I don't see you doing it for like years.
No.
I feel like this is a stepping stone to something better.
I mean, I'm in nursing school.
Okay.
So I have 2 more years of that left. And then I'll have my BSN, so my bachelor's in nursing.
Okay.
So
cool. Pretty
much when that's all set in stone, dancing should be set in stone too.
So nursing, what about nursing that capture you like, this is what I want to do?
Well, I love it. My dad passed away in 2020 also. At the end of 2020. So that was pretty rough, but it made me also realize like I definitely want to be able to like help people and stuff like that. So I'm an LPN already, so I'm already like in the nursing field.
LPN is what?
Licensed practical nurse.
Okay.
So it's under an RN.
Okay.
Above a CNA, under an RN.
Above a C. Okay, so a CNA, LPN,
and then RN,
and
then BSN, RN.
Okay.
Or RN, BSN.
Okay. Yeah. So many.
Yeah, there's a lot of tiers.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so it's a year program. I did that. I've been doing it for 4 years. So, I mean, I love it. It's just rewarding. I love helping people and just seeing people get better, be able to go home.
Right.
You know.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. So, yeah.
Especially when, like, I hope that you never have to deal with the bad news to give somebody, but it comes with the territory at the same time. I don't know how, not just you, but anybody in that field are able to take those moments to tell somebody that that loved one is gone, and without you getting too personal yourself.
It's rough. It's really rough. I have had to do it. I have, because I'm in like the nursing homes.
Okay, yeah.
So it's, and they're the rehab. So it's either they get surgery on their hip or something, and they do well, they're able to go home, or sometimes they get surgery on their hip and they get really worse, and they end up having to stay long term, and they end up declining, and that's when it gets really tough, because then you have to like, the family. It's hard on the family because they're like, why are they just getting so bad? Kind of blaming us, but it's like honestly they're just not healing, or like. You know what I mean?
The older a person is, it's really harder.
Harder for them to heal.
Yeah.
There's
no bouncing back like you're younger.
Exactly, and it's really tough because these are like they're parents. You know what I mean? So they're like, what? Like my parent, like they used to be able to just jump around, things like that, and now to see them like that, I completely understand. Like that's really hard to see. So you have to be like a really understanding person. I feel like to be in the field and like. Right. If they might get mad at you for telling them bad news, you have to understand like this, and this that's part of the grief process.
Right,
that's part of the grieving process. Is they're in denial, anger, so you kind of have to deal with that. But I love it because I know that like in the end they're all very happy, even if they're mad at you for a point. In the end, the family is very happy that you did help them, and they understand that you were there for their family member when they needed it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like as long as you go in there with empathy. Because I get some people got to be robots, so they won't feel,
Sometimes you do kind of feel like you're at that point, and that's why I haven't worked for 2 months. I kind of feel like I needed a little break because I was almost getting to the point where it was just every day was like, it was getting to the point where I was like, right, it's just kind of getting too sad and just a little too sad.
You need that for your mental health.
Yes, and I just felt like I needed it at the time because this was just too sad. A lot of bad news after bad news for these people, and it was just so I just feel like I don't know. I was like I need to do something else to make money, and I was like I need to dance, and maybe it's happier to dance than
Yeah, when you compare both, I mean nursing is a hell of a job. It's admirable, but I never really until you say it like that. Yeah. You explain it. You don't really think of how bad the nurse or the doctor feel having to give bad news, especially when you're working in the old folks' home.
Right.
And it's going to happen a lot more than you want.
Right.
And you got to get that news over and over. So, I mean, how do you do that without breaking down yourself?
You do sometimes. That's the thing. I was literally just thinking, like, they might seem like, they're telling you in like this robot way. They're telling you like the most horrible news, but when they go home in their car after their shift, they're probably going to go home crying.
Oh, yeah.
And that's happened to me so many times where I've gone home and just cried because, I've had a patient that I've known for a few months pass away. And it's just like really sad to see, even the family members, all of that. And they'll bring you like little gifts and stuff. And it's just so sad to know, like, like it's sad, but it's happy to know, like, you were there for them, but it's also like,
I feel like a lot of jobs now, they want you to be more robotic with stuff or with other people, but it's so hard to do that because you're human and you have your emotions and everything and everything. And then you can only, when somebody has an issue, like has a situation with like death, you only go back to your recollection of when you had to be in issues and, your feelings and stuff. So I understand taking, a couple months off and stuff. It's much needed.
It is. I mean, I miss it though. Like I miss my patients. Like I'm ready to pick up a shift again because I just miss, I miss like my people. That's what I call them, my people.
Your
like,
people.
I don't really call them patients. They're like my people. Like they're like, you know what I mean? Especially in the nursing home that I work at now. Like they are like, they're gonna be. I know they miss me right now. I'm gonna go back to like, oh my god, where the heck have you been? You know. So it's like that.
Yeah, because my mom, she does stay at home.
Oh, okay.
And she goes, she'll be with them for like a weekend and stuff, but she gets attached too.
Yes.
And she needs, sometimes she'll get that, talk to her, she'll get that phone call that, she don't want to come back to work the next day because that person passed.
Right.
So, but she's in that because that for like however amount of time, it's just her and that patient, and she's talking to them and all that, and they're sharing moments and
Right.
stuff. So and maybe like there's a time that they might be too incapacitated, but at the same time you're still talking to them, so
Right.
they still there.
And they still hear you.
They still hear you,
Mm-hmm.
but you're still sharing moments, but they just weren't listening,
Right.
and you're talking to them. So she gets to know, she'll feel that way too. So, she needs to cheering up, and so being a nurse, I give you a lot of credit. I can't do it. That's a superhero job. I can't do it.
It is.
But it's admirable too. So it's like give you a lot of credit.
Yeah.
But when you like how long you think for what's the goal when it comes to the OnlyFans and the corn?
With the OnlyFans and stuff, kind of the same thing, just doing it for now. I'm not trying to get too...
Why are you still young?
Yeah, well, okay. I still can, because right now I don't have kids or anything like that. You know what I mean? Like right now I can, you know, and I know that's going to end at some point. You know, it's going to be harder. It's not necessarily going to end. It's just going to be more difficult.
Right. So, well, okay. So dancing.
Yeah.
You say you have kids. Say kids. And people say this all the time. Bring this up all the time. Yeah, I figure I might as well ask too, since it's my first time having someone who's been doing both.
Yeah.
So with both styles, both lifestyles, whatever, it's all the same thing. But dancing, you might be in an ad online, but you're not showing nothing.
Right.
And it's only there.
Right.
But when you're on camera doing stuff, how do you feel about your kids later on popping up?
Like seeing stuff on the internet? My thing is...
Do you think the internet going to even be as...
I feel my problem is with it is that I feel like the internet things just get washed out so quick. I mean, I know it's always there.
You got to look for it.
But you're gonna have to search harder for it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if you think about stuff that you've seen like way back in the day, I don't know, it's harder to kind of find those things. I don't know. I just feel like things get washed out. There's always gonna be new girls, new people on the internet, new corn. So I feel like those things are just gonna get washed out. Like I've made videos that are from 2020, which honestly I don't even know if I can look up and find right now.
Oh wow, yeah.
Because it's just like the websites they were on weren't very popular either. It's not like I'm on very popular websites. I think that's a little different also.
That's true. Okay.
So just like I'm really just on my Twitter X account and then OnlyFans right
now. But and with this stuff, like you have full control.
Yes.
Of everything.
Yes.
Pretty much. So if you don't want to have anything, like say you stop tomorrow or 2 years from now, when
I can delete my OnlyFans, I can delete my Twitter,
and it's gone.
And I'm pretty sure it'd be gone. Yeah, unless people, have like take screenshots of stuff on my Twitter and things like that. But my accounts would be gone.
But even then, like you said, they gotta really look it up.
They're gonna have to look it up, and how are they gonna find out the name that I used and things like that? Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it would be a little bit more difficult. So I don't really think of it that much because I mean, what in like. I don't know, 15 years, like kids they're gonna start like I don't know, it's gonna be a long time. 10, 15 years.
And you never know what's gonna happen from then to now.
Right,
so.
And the internet could completely change. Like it could be completely different.
Technology changes every day.
Yeah.
So every day technology is changing and switching up things. So it makes sense. I mean, you do things. So I mean, like I said, you have full control.
Right.
So which is cool. It's not like somebody else is like holding stuff against you, or like, oh, I got these videos, you can leave, but I still can make money off of you. Right. You're branding yourself. You're doing it your own. So that's the cool thing about it.
Right, and that's why a lot of the popular corn stars are kind of like like the ones that are done with it now.
Yes.
They're a little upset because their stuff is still getting like the companies are still getting monetized.
And plus, and if you wanted to do something like back at least 20 years ago, you gotta have you made your website.
Right.
You had to make a whole website.
Right.
And get the domain name and all this stuff.
Now it's just you can just make your own OnlyFans.
Yeah, you don't gotta have you don't have to have a website.
Yes.
Like now it's just like no one looks for a website. Like if ALAYALUX.com.
Right.
You don't have to worry about that. You just look up ALAYA LUX like on IG or OnlyFans or whatever, and you pop it up without having to spend money.
Right.
And the hassle of keeping a whole domain up. Because you really think about it, there's not a lot of celebrity websites anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Before, soldierboy.com.
Yeah. Like You don't get that no more. Like,
Right.
you know, before that, people was using MySpace to sell their stuff and everything. It was a whole lot. It's a whole lot cheaper, and you save money and stuff like that, especially if you're doing everything yourself. So yeah, it all works out. But thinking about that whole thing, with dancing, what has been your favorite part?
I do feel like I like meeting people. I do. I feel like it's cool to meet, you know, like different. Like I like meeting the new dancer, like meeting different dancers and stuff that I feel like I get along with really well, and you know, like meeting customers and like their different vibes and everything is pretty cool, and you know, the money is very pleasant.
Okay, what's the worst thing?
Maybe the worst thing.
But as a dancer, yeah, it's the worst thing that you
come
across.
Okay. We'll see like my 2 pet peeves.
Okay, pet peeves.
Okay, yeah. I think it's just better. One is when I go on like promo on my Snapchat or Instagram and a guy will be like, "Oh, I'm coming right now, I'm on my way." And I'm thinking, all right, they're on their way. And they're just BSing. They're not coming. That shit pisses me off.
Okay.
Because I'm like, why even like do that?
Get your hopes up.
Yeah, and just get me ready for like, I'm thinking like, all right, we're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna meet this new, you know what I mean? Like that's one of my biggest pet peeves is that. And then guys who just want to do the most and they're not even giving me any money. Like I remember one time, like literally this is like last weekend, some guy was like holding me down on his lap and I was trying to get up.
Yeah.
Like let me get up because I was trying to go make some money and go find somebody. And he was like trying to knot me up.
Yeah, those are the clean ones. They real protective. Like I don't like those either because they feel like, okay, I bought this drink type of thing.
Yes.
Or I bought you something to eat, or you know, they didn't necessarily do the dance or nothing, whatever.
Right.
But
it's just a drink. Like
yeah.
So
exactly.
and
they feel like the entitlement. That's what it is. And it's like, no, she's working.
Yeah.
Like if you're not gonna spend some money, she's gonna go to the next person.
Exactly. I'm not here to just have a drink. I'm here to work. So
and also I tell guys, say you're talking to a customer.
Yeah.
A guy comes up to you. I'm like, and I'll stop it right then and there. Like, hey, she's talking. Wait till she's away from the person.
Right.
Or like say the guy go to the bathroom, then you go over there. Don't interrupt because 9 times out of 10, you never know what that other guy is gonna feel like. Right. And he gonna feel, you know, I'm trying to prevent a fight from happening. That's the main thing. These
guys do get territorial. So.
Yeah, like, I bought this drink and you gonna try to interrupt me until you get a dance? No, this is mine. Yes. No. By that time, I'm gonna kick everybody out.
Yeah,
like,
we're done.
Yeah. But what has been the best thing about Corn doing I would say both Corn, OnlyFans, you know, that whole thing.
Yeah, that whole thing, the OnlyFans and all that. I feel like for that, I feel like the best thing is just like being able, because I do love like, you know, being able to feel like free and like, you know, all of the sex and the sexiness. I love all of that. So being able to like show that off is something that I just enjoy. So it's nice. It's freeing to me. I enjoy it. I love people watching it and enjoying themselves to it. I enjoy that.
Okay, what about the bad thing?
Again, people wasting my time.
Okay.
Just the time wasting for me. It's, you know, people thinking that they can just like, you know, they act like they're interested in buying something, but they're really not. And it's just like, you're wasting my time talking to me. And it's like, listen, I understand you want to talk, but like, I can't. Like, this is I'm trying to make some money. I'm not here to just have a little conversation with you about what you like, what you enjoy. Like, I need to get paid for this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you want to have a little conversation about our little kinks and stuff, we could totally do that. But I need to get paid for it. So it's just that. Those are my biggest things. It's the time wasting for me. It's like, listen, like, I'm here to make money, not. That
would be, yeah. That would make anybody mad.
It's like you're selling a product and they're just like, imagine they're trying to sell a product and they're just trying to, or like they're like trying to like, you know, like, oh, how about $30 instead of $60? That it's like, I don't know. It's like, I'm not here to like, you know what I mean? It's like when someone's selling you a vacuum, the price is the price, right? Like you go to buy a vacuum, it's like, okay, this vacuum is $160. Okay, you're not gonna say, how about 120? You don't do that here. We don't do that.
Yeah, I remember.
We don't haggle in the United States. I don't feel like a haggling.
Yeah,
country.
The amount of haggling right now coming to the strip club is ridiculous right now. And I'm sorry, there's a lot of pretty girls that come to the club, but they be broke as hell. They is broke. I'm tired of seeing all these pretty girls be broke. And like there'll be like 2 or 3 of them. He's telling the price, and he looking at each other like, "What? Yeah. What?" I'm like, but you pay more than that for y'all. I don't understand.
Yes.
Like you got it. You bad, right? Like you pay the stuff, and the same thing with the guys. It's like they hear the price and stuff. I'm like, I just don't like a few years ago it was 15. It's just $5 more extra.
Right.
What's the difference?
Right.
Like,
it's $5.
It's $5, but you're gonna have a good time and stuff. But people, you can't make everybody happy.
Right.
Honestly.
That's exactly it too. You have to understand that you're not gonna make everybody happy, and that's another thing. Some people aren't gonna be content with some of like how long you take for something, or
right.
Things like that. They might get upset with you, but
That's
some
true.
customers in general on both sides are not worth it. I feel like if
No.
they're too pushy, if they're a little mean, if they make you uncomfortable in any way, they're just not worth it.
True. You're right. Where can people find you if they wanna look you up, wanna subscribe and all that good stuff? Where can they find you?
X, Twitter, whatever it is these days.
X.
ALAYA LUX, ALAYA LUX, and you can go into the link tree and you can find like my OnlyFans. I'm also ALAYA LUX on Instagram.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Look it up.
It's easy. It's pretty easy. It's real simple.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you won't be disappointed.
You will not.
See?
You will not.
She's a brand. She's a brand, y'all. That recognize. So I mean, that's pretty much it for this. So I appreciate you. For the bottom of my heart, I appreciate you for coming through and hopping on. It's been good, and I knew this was gonna be a good episode because you're between two worlds right now for what you do. So that's a cool thing to have the insight.
Yeah.
Whatever, and I feel like you're gonna have more stories of stuff, and it's gonna be funny as hell.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate you for coming on, guys. You know what to do. Y'all know to comment below and subscribe and all that good stuff. And we'll be back on Tuesday, every Tuesday or every other Tuesday, depending on how the schedule goes. But I appreciate y'all for digesting this information either by online on YouTube or on the podcast by Apple or Spotify, however you felt to listen to this show. But yeah, I have nothing else to say. It's been real. It's been fun. That's ALAYA LUX. I'm Jurassic Parker, aka Dom, and this is BearatNight podcast. See y'all next week. All right, bear it all and be yourself. Peace.